Welcome, dear friends, to Tales of Gen X Terror, where we unpack the apocalyptic dread underneath the skin of late Cold War pop culture. My name's Neil, and I stan Lori and Curly. So I'm going to start this one with a question, which is, when you think of the comic strip Peanuts, what's your impression? I always thought when I was growing up that it was just this cutesy, nicey thing. There was a release from Fantagraphics maybe 10 years ago of the complete early run, and it was darker than I would have guessed. I really enjoyed that. In fact, you'd see real dark things, depression getting dealt with, and you'd see isolation and loneliness being addressed in Charlie Brown. Such an important model, I think, for me as a lonely kid. So why do I bring that up? Well, recently I bought this here World of Charlie Brown box set, which I think is a late 60s edition. I got it used. It's from Mattel. I did not know Mattel made books. And in one of the books, in this first one here, I saw this really amazing strip, which I'm going to read to you now. Huh? It's happening, Charlie Brown. It's happening, just like they said it would. Of course it's happening. It's snowing. What else did you expect on this time of year? Snowing? Good grief. I thought it was the fallout. That strip there was a little spark for me, in a way. I read it just a few weeks ago. It kind of blew my mind a little bit. I can only guess what Charles Schultz was thinking about this strip or how it was received. I don't remember seeing any discussion of this one strip, but to see Linus, who I think at this point is, maybe 6 or 7 in the strip, I think they don't age. So, like, whatever age Linus is that. What got me about that strip is that we have children dealing with this intense fear of nuclear war. That was something that I feel was an undercurrent to the way Americans thought about their place in the world for a long time. In fact, when I was growing up, it was Duck and Cover. Well, Duck and Cover was from the 50s, but you'd see those cartoons of Duck and Cover. Duck and Cover, if you're not old enough, is the idea that basically as soon as you hear the air raid sirens that nuclear bombs are dropping, you should get on under the table. Hopefully that will keep you alive. This was something that a whole generation, or maybe a couple generations of American kids, I can't speak for other kids, but a couple generations of American kids were under this immense lurking fear that it was going to go down. Someone was going to press the button. So seeing it in this light comic strip, this sort of throwaway one day, I think it was a Sunday strip because it's 8 panels, but to see it in that really affected me. This is the secret origin of this series, which is to say, hey, let's look at what was scary to us over the last 50 years, and maybe we forgot about those fears. Let's look at it. What other elements of this comic strip, if you know anything about it, or what other stories or songs or pieces of pop culture should I be covering next? This is a short one, but that's what I had time to cover. So that's where I am. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all of those YouTubey things, and I will see you when the other shoe drops.